York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 15 line, 15 line.
Let him know, let him know.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard. Gain there.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
You don't want that.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cut, cut, cut.
Now Jones. His throw incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones trying to lay one up deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run. It's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
On the ready.
At the
Hey, we got
19-yard
Mike, number
line.
53. Mike, 53. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Check, 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 check.
Ready.
Now Saquon Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you.
Throwing Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
Yeah, they're swooping.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now Wentz, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Sanders. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Bang, 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 bang. Rip. Switch. Rush in.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sunday.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run with Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Don't get nervous. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Check three.
Greystone, travel.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Alert three.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check it out, read.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Set up. 60 or.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, the tight end Rhett Ellison with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
8-3.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. What's the run? They're running it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Snap.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Giants.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the pass.
Hey, high 7.
53. 53. Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
5.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Check. Protein spill. Yes. Big grip.
Here's Jones. Throwing on third and long. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, Wahoo!
I'm going back.
Second and 4. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Down, 50, play. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch this. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Mike by 4, Mike's by 4. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now it's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Watch twist.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 26-yard
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
53. I got him. A little flare.
Fight.
On first down, Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. Third down here.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
6-6, pull it high.
I'm coming for you.
Go.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's.
Go.
Jones on third down. And Ingram holds it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They come out here in the eye.
18 Gator.
Coming. Check. Hot route. Hot.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 7. at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Check 31.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Pick it up, D. Check.
They'll run with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
54. Watch 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53, Mike 53. Hey, pick your game. There you go. 25, check 25.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8.
Switch it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey, kill. Hey, forward, kill.
Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tate. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Watch the whip.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's going to go in the book. Hard punt, well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
Y'all not ready?
Get it.
Here's Gallman, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Giants, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.